Hi, my name is Nancy, and we're going to be practicing some yoga today. We will be starting with a seated practice and gradually making our way to a standing practice, and then finally ending with a series of on the mat. So we're going to begin on the chair, as you can see. And I just want to let you know that there are a few things that you might want for your practice. So you may or may not have blocks at home. These are what I'm talking about. These are called yoga blocks. You can use them if you have them. If you do not have them, then you may want to just have a couple of blankets or other throw pillows that might be helpful for you. The purpose of these blocks or props that we use are to bring the surface up to you, because sometimes when we're moving in our practice, our feet may not actually reach the floor comfortably. And so that's why we have these props, these blocks in this case. So I just want to let you know that I will be using these blocks. I can even show you for some people, their feet actually may not touch the ground. So in this case, you might put your blocks down, or a pillow, towels that are rolled up, and place your feet on blocks. So just again demonstrating to you how we bring these surfaces up to our bodies. And then another option also is, you can see here, I'm about 5'2", 5'3", and this chair suits me. However, if you're taller in stature, you may want to, and I've had students come into the studio here, we have had to bring the surface higher, or the chair higher. So if you have stacking chairs at home, you may want to do this for if you have if you are taller in stature. So in this case, you could see how I would need blocks here if this was the chair that I was using. So I just wanted to get the logistics here for setting up your practice in this chair yoga practice. So here we are. So invite you now, if you have everything that you need to start your practice, to just come into a comfortable seat. So I invite you here to just sit. I like to sit at the front side of my chair, just ensuring that my feet are on the ground. So my feet are flat on the ground. I'm just coming into a comfortable seat. I just place my hands comfortably on my thighs. I invite you now to just come into a position that feels comfortable for you. That might be palms down on your thighs. That might be palms up. That might be just arms just gently resting at your sides. So again, in this practice, I will make suggestions. However, I just want to let you know that this is your practice. So if I suggest something and it doesn't feel right for you, and every moment's different, then take note of that, and you can go ahead and come into whatever shape or posture that feels best for you. All right, so let's go ahead and transition to our practice. Again, finding that seated posture that feels most available to you in this moment. You might soften your gaze, or even close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Just inviting you to arrive here in this moment on your chair. Just notice what it feels like to be in your body at this moment. Maybe noticing the feet on the ground, that surface beneath you. Maybe your sit bones on the chair. Maybe the hands resting on the thighs, or gently resting at the sides of the body. So much of our time is in our head. And in our practice, I invite you to, as best you can, be in your body. Notice what you feel. Maybe you've already noticed, but perhaps now, just take note of your breath, finding your breath in your body. And so at this point, you're not changing your breath in any way, you're just noticing it. It has a natural rhythm. Again, in our practice, we're just being present to our body in this moment. I invite you to make an intention for your practice. An intention or is a purpose for being here in this practice at this moment. And if you're not familiar with making an intention, it is something that a mindset that you would like as you continue here in this practice. And our theme as we continue in this practice together is going to be agency. And so what I mean is having personal agency in our body. That is control in our actions, mindfully being aware of what we're doing, having agency. And so that is the theme that is going to be coming back to, that is what we'll be coming back to as we continue together. Earlier, we were observing our breath and its natural rhythm. And you may notice at certain parts of your day that your breath might be a little bit more short. And that could happen depending on if you are feeling a bit stressed, if there's some fear that maybe there's something that you're afraid of or something surprised you, your breath changes. And so it could be short up in the chest. And so part of yoga is thinking about our breath. And our breath really is the foundation of our practice. And so what I'm going to introduce you to, if you don't already know about this practice, is what is called belly breath or abdominal breathing. And so if you are comfortable, I invite you to place a hand on your belly. Or if not, you could just imagine that your hand is on your belly. And again, here, you might want to soften your eyes or even close them. And on your inhale, I invite you to envision just blowing into a balloon. And so as you blow into that balloon and inhale, start to notice the rise in the belly. As you exhale, there's a softening. And again, you can Just keep your hand on your belly as you continue this practice, inhaling, noticing the rise, and exhaling, and softening. And perhaps another visual that might be helpful is imagining a baby on their back, and you may recall that as the baby breathes, the belly rises, and as the baby exhales, there's a softening. And so this is what I'd like you to practice right now, is this abdominal breathing. Full breath in, and a complete exhale out. It may be helpful to count, maybe to 3 or 4 as you inhale. Again, counting to 3 to 4 as you exhale. And the more comfortable you are here as you inhale, maybe continue to count to 3 or 4 if that's helpful. And as you exhale now, I invite you to lengthen that breath to maybe a count of 6 or 8. After your next exhale, just gently come back to a natural rhythm. And just once again, just notice your body. Notice what it feels like to be in your body. You may notice a difference in how you feel. Or not. There's no right or wrong here in your practice. With that elongated breath that we practiced, it invites the nervous system to come into that rest and digest state. And so, earlier when I mentioned our emotions can show up in our breath when we're feeling afraid or stressed. One way that you can come into a more relaxed state is to bring your awareness to your breath, especially elongating your exhale. And so that is a tool that you have, some agency you have for coming into a more relaxed state. And so as we continue in our practice, I invite you to release the hands if they aren't already. So coming into a posture, what is called Tadasana, feeling your feet on the ground, arms at your sides. Notice your shoulders. Maybe they're hunched forward. Maybe now, bringing awareness to your posture, shoulders come back in alignment with your hips. Arms are active. Fingers extended, imagining a string at the top of the head as you inhale, That string gently raises you up towards the sky, lengthening your spine, lengthening the back of your neck. So your chin is slightly tucked under. So this is an active pose here. You're lengthening as you inhale, and as you exhale, feeling your feet on the ground, maintaining that length in your spine. Continue here as you inhale, lengthening, and as you exhale, grounding. Shoulders back in alignment with the hips, feeling that openness in the chest. Now let's go ahead and start to just bring some movement to the head. Inhaling still, lengthening. As you exhale, just gently turn the head to the right as far as is comfortable. Inhaling, coming back to the center. Turning the head to the left when you're ready with your breath. And inhaling, coming back to the center. So moving at your own pace, just noticing what it feels like as the head turns from side to side. A gentle warm up for your neck. And the next time you come back to center, pause here. And then gently take the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, and then right ear to right shoulder. Inhaling, back to center, and just continuing again at your own breath. The next time your left ear is at left shoulder, pause there. And maybe taking your hand and gently resting it on your head. You're not pulling in any way, you're just gently resting your hand there. And maybe you notice a deeper stretch in the side of the neck. You can even raise the opposite shoulder and release and see how that feels. Remember your breath. Gently releasing your hand. Inhaling the head back up to neutral. Just pause here for a moment. Notice the echo of that pose in your body. And then taking your right ear to the right shoulder. And again, as an option, you can place your hand on the head. Another option is to raise the opposite shoulder, and release. Releasing your hand as you are ready. Inhaling, coming back to neutral. Again, feel your feet on the ground and just allow your awareness to be in your body, feeling the echo of that pose. When you're ready, gently release your chin towards your chest as far as is comfortable. Maybe your hands rest on your thighs. On an inhale, raise the chin up towards the sky. Again, only as high as is comfortable. As you exhale, again, tucking the chin under. You feel perhaps some sensation in the back of the head in this posture. And as you inhale and raise the chin up, maybe you feel that openness in the throat. So you're moving here at your own pace. Next time your chin is tucked under, pause here. And as you're ready, gently bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And then release the head back towards the chest. And then rotate the head right ear to right shoulder. And so just gently come into this rocking motion. Again, here you may feel that stretch in the back of the neck. And maybe you stay here. Or perhaps, if it's available, you round up and allow the chin to come up towards the sky and come into a full circle. So again, you move in a way that is most comfortable for you, circling the head or just keeping it down in that half circle. And just again, notice how it feels in your body. When you're ready, you can start to circle in the opposite direction. Once the chin is tucked under towards the chest, pausing there. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, coming back to neutral. Again, take a moment here just to feel the echo of that movement in your body. Coming back to your Tadasana, arms at your sides if they aren't already, length through the spine. Now to bring movement to the shoulders, on an inhale, inhale the shoulders up towards the ears, and as you exhale, sigh it out. Just let it go. Inhaling and letting it go. Just continue a few more times. Back to stillness. This time as you inhale, bring the shoulders forward and up towards the ears again. Round them back as you exhale. Feel the shoulder blades come together and down. So inhaling forward and up. And exhaling back and down. Feeling this movement in the shoulders. Again, moving with your breath. After your next exhale, just come back to stillness. And let's try circling in the opposite direction now. So inhaling back and up. Feel those shoulder blades come together. And then exhale forward and down. Moving again at your own pace with your breath. Move with intention. Just really feel all the parts of the muscles of the body that you feel as you move in this way. After your next exhale again, just come back to stillness. Find your Tadasana, ground through the feet, lengthen through the spine, chin slightly tucked under, feel that length through the back of the neck. On your next inhale, let's start to raise the arms up from your sides, palms facing the sky. Inhaling, raising the arms up. Maybe they come together, maybe they don't. No right or wrong. As you exhale, turn your palms away from each other towards the ground, releasing the arms. And so continuing again at your own pace, lengthening through the arms, out to the sides, up to the sky. Turning the palms down towards the ground. As you exhale, release the arms. And one more time. This time, at the top of your inhale, pause here. Maybe your hands come together. As you exhale, release the arms. Press the palms together if that is available to you. Bring the palms in front of your body, pausing here in front of your heart. Then we're going to release the hands. Let's take the hands, just gently place them on the center of your chest or on your heart. So we're going to come into another movement here of the arms. And so on your inhale, let's take this left arm, inhale out to the side, and exhale, come back to center. And the opposite arm comes out to the side as you inhale, and as you exhale, come back to center. Inhale both arms now, out, and exhale, come back to center. So that's going to be our movement with our breath, or what is called a vinyasa. So movement with our breath, inhale and exhale. So you move at your own pace. The arms are just going out to the side here on either side. And then both arms come out. So we're intentional in our movement here, moving with our breath, being present to our body as it moves. And this next round, as the arm comes out, see if your hand could start to travel behind you. Your rotation, you have a rotation of the spine here. Maybe your gaze follows your hand. And then the next time both hands come out, see if you can raise your chin up towards the sky. Arms come out. Maybe there's a little bit of a back bend there. So again, if it's available, see if your hand could travel behind you. Your gaze can follow again if that feels good for your neck. into an extension of the spine as the arms both come out and the chin raises. And coming back to center. Let's continue one last round together. You may notice as you continue this vinyasa, your hand is able to travel more behind you. Next time both hands come to the center of your chest, pause there, and then gently release the arms. Coming back to your Tadasana. Maybe you soften your gaze here, and just again, be present to the echo of that movement. Taking the hands, extending them on your legs. Again, another movement for the spine. We were in our vinyasa, we are coming into extension of the spine, into a back bend. So here we'll come into a flexion. So a forward motion, which is going to be our cat pose. So first starting with the hands extended, coming off the back of your chair. So you may want to come to the forward, to the front side of your chair, ground down through your feet. Again, arms extended towards your knees. On an inhale, you're going to slide your hands towards your hip creases. Your chin is going to raise up towards the sky. Your shoulders are going to come back. This is your cow pose. So this is extension for your spine. As you exhale, slide your hands towards your knees, tuck your chin under, and round through your upper back. That's your cat pose. So this is our vinyasa now. This is our cow and our cat pose. So move with your own breath, inhaling into cow pose and exhaling into cat pose. So we're encouraging the movement here, extension and flexion of the spine as we come in and out of these two poses. You may notice as you move with your breath that it feels good to hold one of these postures a little bit more. Maybe it's your cow pose or maybe it's your cat pose. Again, so I just invite you as you explore movement with your body in any of these vinyasas to notice if it feels good to hold a certain position. Again, this is your practice, and I invite you and encourage you even to just do what is going to be best for you in that moment. After your next cat pose, inhale, come back to neutral, come back to your Tadasana. Arms can come down at your sides again. Notice your posture. Ground down through the feet, lengthen through the spine, through the crown of the head. We had an active rotation earlier, and so we're going to come into another spinal twist or a rotation for the spine. Taking your left hand, place it behind you at the back of your chair or behind your hip, and then take your opposite hand, inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, release your hand to the opposite knee, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, using your core, engage your core, rotate from your core. Maybe your gaze stays neutral, or if it's available for your neck, turn your head to look over the shoulder. As you hold this pose, on your inhales, you're lengthening, and as you exhale, see if you could twist ever slightly more. On an inhale, unwind. Again, just take a pause here. Just feel the echo of that spinal twist. And when you're ready, take your opposite hand, placing it at the back of your chair or behind your hip. Inhaling your opposite arm up, left arm up. Exhale, release it to your opposite knee. Lengthen through your spine. And on an exhale, rotate from the core. Maybe your gaze follows. Remembering to lengthen on the inhales and rotate as you exhale. When you're ready, unwinding, coming back to neutral, coming back to your Tadasana. Again, just noticing how it feels in your body. Let's start to bring some movement to our legs. So, moving opposite arm and opposite leg with our breath. Let's start with the left arm and the right leg. As you inhale, raise your arm and your knee, and exhale, release. Opposite arm and leg come up. And just alternate the legs and the arms with your breath. Inhaling as you raise your arm and your knee, and exhaling as you lower. And the next time both feet are on the ground, just pause there for a moment. So starting with the left hand and the right knee, inhaling and exhale. Bringing in that second arm. Coming back to single arm movement. And adding on. So rotating here between the two movements. On your next inhale, let's inhale both arms up. Still continuing, alternate legs. And the next time both feet are on the ground, arms at your side, just pause there for a moment. We're going to hold our posture now. Inhaling, both arms up. Let's raise that right leg. Holding this posture, remembering your breath. Two more breaths. On an exhale, release. Opposite leg now. When you're ready, on an inhale, arms up, raising your knee, pressing down through that left leg or the leg that's on the ground. Active breath. On an exhale, release your arms, release your leg. Again here, just feeling the echo of that pose. Let's take the left leg now and extend it. So you're probably already at the edge of your chair or the front side of your chair. Just if you aren't, then go ahead and move to that front side. So that left leg's extended. Let's start the movement by just moving the foot from side to side. So you're making this windshield wiper motion here. So as the foot moves here from side to side, you may notice here this movement in the hip joint also. When you're ready, pause, and then start to draw a circle with your toe. So just moving the foot in one direction, the toe, drawing a circle. And then pause and circle the opposite direction. And coming back to stillness. And placing your hands on your thighs, lengthening through the spine. We're going to come into a forward fold now. All right, so we're going to lead with the heart. So you're lengthening through the spine. As you exhale, lead with your heart. You're going to hinge at your hips, so you're folding forward. Maybe your right hand travels down your leg. And then release the head and just let it hang. Holding this pose here. As you exhale, seeing if you could fold forward ever slightly more. Maybe you feel that length through the hamstring, in the back of the thigh. On an inhale and coming back up. Bending the knee, both feet on the ground once again. Extending the opposite leg now. And taking the toe again and just windshield wipering the foot from side to side. And pausing when you're ready, circling in one direction. And changing directions. Coming to stillness. Placing your hands on the thighs if they aren't already, lengthening through your spine. Again, leading with your heart, hinging from your hips. Exhale. Releasing the head. Just remembering your breath. As you exhale, just folding forward ever slightly more. Just imagining those hamstring muscles lengthening with every breath. And when you're ready, on an inhale, hinging back up, bending both feet on the ground. Let's come back to your Tadasana. Let's take that left leg and take the ankle and rest it someplace on your opposite leg. So it could be on your thigh, or maybe it's a little bit lower. Maybe it's on the shin. So we're coming into hip opener now. So again, resting your foot in a comfortable place, lower on the lower leg or up high on the thigh. Keeping your foot flexed if it's high on your thigh, protecting your ankle. And again, here, just remembering your breath, using your breath as you hold this pose. With every exhale, just inviting that hip just to open and release. With every exhale, it's more of a letting go. One last breath. And as you're ready, release your leg, both feet on the ground. Again, just taking a pause here, noticing what it feels like in your body. Taking your opposite leg now. Again, finding the place where it feels most comfortable. Maybe it's, again, on your lower leg, or maybe it's on your thigh. Flexing your foot, protecting your ankle here. If your ankle is on your thigh, maybe you soften your gaze here or close your eyes. Again, take your gaze inward. Just connect with your breath. With every exhale, just inviting your hip to open and release. Letting go. And as you're ready, on an exhale, release your leg. Both feet on the ground once again. Just noticing again what it feels like in your body. Let's step the left leg out to the side. And then this right knee's going to drop down. Maybe you step your foot back. So you'll feel a stretch here in the front side of the hip in your hip flexor. And so bringing movement here to the arm, coming into a lateral stretch of the spine, a stretch for the side body. On an inhale, take your right arm up. And as you exhale, exhale it towards the back of your chair. Inhale, arm comes overhead towards the sky. And then exhale, release the arm. So again, this is a movement with your breath, inhaling and exhaling towards the back of the chair. Inhale and exhale. So again, here, move at your own pace. If this is not available to you, this doesn't feel available to you, you can just hold the pose here, resting the hands on the thigh. A more dynamic movement is, again, move with your breath. Feel that stretch through the side body. And if you're moving dynamically, the next time your hand is reaching towards the back side of your chair, pause here. Holding this pose, feel that stretch through the side body. Maybe you're feeling your hip flexor here. Breathe into that right side. Two more breaths as best you can. On an inhale, raise the arm towards the sky. Exhale the arm down. Step your feet back to the front of your chair. Grounding here. Finding your Tadasana. Notice what it feels like in your body. When you're ready, step to the opposite side. Drop your knee towards the ground, your right knee, or the left knee rather. Stepping the foot back. Again, maybe this is your pose here. Arms can rest on the thigh, or you can move dynamically, inhaling the arm up, and as you exhale, taking it towards the back of your chair. Inhaling, coming up towards the sky again, and exhale, release the arm. So move at your own pace. This is your practice. You have agency here in your choice of movement. The next time your hand is towards the back of the chair, holding this pose. Here, feeling that stretch through the side body. On an inhale, releasing the pose, arm comes overhead. Exhale, releasing the arm. Stepping your feet towards the center of your chair. Grounding down through the soles of the feet, arms come to your sides. Just checking in once again, noticing the body. after that pose. And as we come to the end of our practice, we will come into our final pose, which is Shavasana. And so a seated option for Shavasana can look like this. So you can take a chair. You can place it in front of you. Come back to your chair and rest your legs on the second chair. So the legs are extended, and you want to make sure if you're using the second chair here that your knees are supported. Okay, you don't want to have the knees just be hanging in space. All right, so just have the knees supported. So this can be a seated version of Shavasana. If a second chair is not available to you, you can always just sit back in your chair. A lot of our practice is sitting on the front of our chair, holding our posture in this way in our final pose. You can sit back onto the back of your chair as far back as is comfortable and rest your back on your chair. Just have your body be fully supported. Palms could be down on the thighs, or the backs of the hands could be on your thighs with the palms raised. Again, you choose what is going to be best for you, what feels most comfortable. Softening your gaze or closing your eyes. Just allowing your body just fully let go as best you can. Just let the body be supported by the surfaces beneath you and behind you. With every breath, just allow your muscles just to let go and release. As if you're melting into the surface beneath you, behind you. And gently bringing awareness back to your body. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Start to turn the head gently from side to side. And just noticing your body. Noticing what it feels like. When you're ready, you could gently flutter the eyes open if they aren't open already. I want to thank you for your practice, allowing me to guide you in this time, this gift that you've given yourself. I wish you well, and I look forward to our next session. Thanks so much.